In this video, I want to talk about mapping lists to functions. This is discussed in your lists chapter in the book. This is like one of those extras that makes your coding really convenient. You can get by without it, of course, but it's just like a nice way to make your code very, very concise. So in this example, I have the rainbow list with the 7 colors, and I've defined a function where we pass a color in, such as red, orange, yellow, or so on, and we assign a code. I talked about this very early in the semester. It was just like one of the fun extras that you can color code your text in the output screen. Just by like dropping these codes into your output strings. And I just look those up online. It's, no big secret or anything. They're all out there online. So anyway, so if it's red, this is the code I looked up online for red. If it's orange, this is the code for orange, and so on. So I'm assigning the code, the string, to this code variable and then returning the code. I mean, it looks like a lot going on here, but there's really not much going on. The color comes in, we assign the code, we return the code. That's all right? So I have this getColorCode function that I've defined. All right? And so this is what I'm talking about when it comes to mapping functions. So you can map the getColorCode function. Just look at this code here in isolation that I've highlighted. You can use the map function to map this getColorCode function up here, all this, to the rainbow list. Okay, and so what happens when that is mapped like that, the function is going to be called on every single one of those items in the rainbow list. Okay, and the result is actually a map object. I'm calling it codes. It's really a map object, and this is the only subtlety in this technique, is that you get back a map object. Well, you know what? I'm going to show you. I'm going to print the map object and show you what it looks like, to show you how you're not quite there yet. Okay, so that's the map object. Okay, so let me get back to my code here. Uh-oh, hang on. Okay, so you saw how useless the map object was, but what you can do is convert it back to a list using the list function. So that converts the map object back to a list. So now basically I'm left with 2 parallel lists. I have the original rainbow with all the colors, and then I have this list of 7 codes because that function was called for every one of those colors, and I got back a code for every one of those colors. So now I'm home free. I'm back to my parallel lists technique, and I can just loop through the lists in parallel. Putting the code in first, that'll change the font color, and then the name of the color will print. So when I run this, there's my rainbow and the assigned colors. So yeah, that's a map object. It just, again, it's not absolutely necessary, especially for us, but it's a nice little feature of Python.